Hello everyone, welcome back to Walk With Me Gaming. So today, we are playing Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. Now, I'm playing this for my Walking Wednesdays because this is a slow, long game. So I'm just telling you, if you're watching this, it is a slow, long game. And I'm going to be doing this in chunks as long as I feel like appropriate.
Is a brightly lit wooden house. The only building you've seen for days.
This also has a lot of dialogue, and I'm probably going to be listening to a lot of it, so you won't have to hear my voice very much.
Talk as you reach the door and push it open.
I mean, the soothing sounds of the voice acting in this are great. You don't need to hear my voice. So, this is a game about traveling the U.S. and exchanging of folk tales and stories. And that's pretty much it.
Sit down and join the game. It's a cheap buy-in, and not many of the other players are very good.
I don't know how you would know that by looking around.
Gets good cards, but has no real strategy. The man to your right seems to just hold on to the highest cards he has, regardless of suit or any consideration of matches.
Yeah, this guy's
the man in gray across from you, though. He's good. He already had the largest pile of coins when you bought in. And while your winnings grow quickly,
man's a winner.
You can't quite catch him.
So yeah,
one by one,
I'll be playing at a slow pace,
leave the table.
And I'll probably be having a drink while doing this, because why
humor,
not?
Leaving their winnings with you or the man in gray.
But it's an interesting game, and I've never really gotten to play more than a few minutes of it, so... yeah, hopefully this is something you might like, but if not, I totally understand. But I'm recording this in November. Feels like a fall game, so I'm like, screw it, why not? This will probably come out more in December, but
it's just
you know, again, this is just for me. So
he looks at you,
if you enjoy it,
full of humor,
I hope you stick around.
Last hand.
Amen. My voice is great for this right now because I'm sick still, but
it's good.
We'll see.
It's great. The best hand, in fact, a royal straight flush. But the
nothing
man
can
in gray
beat me.
Pushes forward his whole pile. You're not sure exactly how much it is, but it's more than you've got. You can't match that.
So you just fold? That's it? That feels not fair that he wins automatically. Like,
the man in gray stops you. Now, if you like, I'll let you wager your word. I know you'll be good for it.
Let me
just promise you'll pay the debt.
Check those cards one last time. Just make sure.
10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace. All spades.
Literally the best hand.
The man in
all right,
smiles.
Bring it on.
All right.
What do you got? I guess a little blood for my word, huh? Fair enough. What do you got? Well, I guess he's magic. So there we go. And now our storytelling begins. So yeah, basically,
your luck wasn't so good, was
your
it?
goal is to travel the U.S.
Quite the
trading
hand,
stories.
but not for the game we're playing. I'm afraid you owe me. Your life, sure, but more than that.
Sorry, that's my
Your
neck cracking.
labor. You see,
All right.
this land is
What do you
built
got?
on stories. It's one big story. This country, woven of many small ones. Few of the small ones are strictly true, and the big story is mostly a lie.
All right.
All the stories and songs and myths and legends start somewhere, with a seed. As they're told and retold and passed around,
Now,
they
for the
grow
little bit I
and
played,
change to become the stories we
I'm
know.
very curious if the stories told in this game
To
are
pay
based
your
on
debt to
true,
me,
well,
You'll be carrying
actual lore.
stories, finding the seeds first and then spreading them, telling them onwards so they can begin gaining strength. This is no light task. Stories are heavy.
I feel like This game just feels like a fall
Most
game.
of the
I
stories
feel like anything
you'll find will be
Americana
small
feels fall.
seeds. They might be true, but they'll grow wild and unbelievable with the telling.
Mm, okay.
The more important stories are the true ones, the ones people will tell you about their own lives. Those often get lost in the weaves of the big story.
All right.
The more true stories you can find and tell, the more you can weave that truth into the big story. Tarnish it a bit, perhaps, but isn't a dingy and battered truth better than a shining lie?
It sure feels like it these
Now,
days.
Go ahead. You tell me a story. I'll trade you some information about your task.
Okay, so this is how the game works. So we have a certain amount of stories, and eventually we trade them with other characters, and we learn about the world. 3 of Staves, travel. Story about a northbound train blinking its giant eye crawls through the night. And what do you have in relation to that?
Travel? That's your job. Wander from place to place, gather those stories and spread them.
Okay,
People
makes
get
sense.
bored hearing the same stories over and over. But an old cliche in one state might be a rip-roaring new yarn in another.
That's a fun idea. You get to create the world of folklore around you, to spread the words of others. Endless series of doors, leading only to more doors. That sounds pretty
You
horrible.
sometimes have to make choices about what kind of story you're finding. Is it a love story or a tragedy?
Okay.
Don't gather too many of one kind, though. This grand story needs variety.
So I hear that, and I'm like, can I lose in this game? I don't really know. Glimpse of the land of promise and
Your deepest
plenty.
desires? Your greatest wish? Heaven? Big Rock Candy Mountain? El Dorado, the promised land, that place just over the ridge where they all say that the water tastes just like the sweetest wine.
I wonder if that's where they got
Well,
the
I
name
don't know
from.
where that is. It's supposed to be somewhere in this country. Ask the people you meet
Can I
They're all
actually find
searching.
that location?
for the same thing.
Interesting. Doesn't sound like anyone's found it yet. Tossing bone dice. Come up snake eyes and wink at you. Alright.
It's just luck. Funny how bad luck seems to follow the folks who already have problems aplenty.
Like me.
Well, try your luck out there in this country. See how the dice treat you.
Okay.
It's not all bad. You'll have to work hard. But I'll give you the gift for seeing the true shapes of people.
Okay.
Not
Interesting.
many who can do
Hey.
that.
Cat. Stop messing with things. I got silly cats. Alright, and this one. Black and gray city full of desolated corpses. Desiccated corpses.
I'll strip away your flesh to make the journey easier. But
Oh.
still you will feel pain.
Okay. That sounds
Hunger,
horrible.
weariness, thirst, and despair. They're all part of stories. The part not often told.
Okay.
And death,
Do I have
yes,
to eat?
But don't worry. As long as your task remains, you come back.
So I can
Go
die.
on your way, Seeker. Maybe we'll meet again, or maybe not. Either way, it'll be an experience for you.
Sounds
I'm
good.
jealous in some ways. I hope you
I
find
don't
what
think-
you're looking for.
I wasn't looking for anything. You gave me this task. Horrible wolf. Okay. So let's see. I did have to turn down the sound a little bit. I have no idea if this music is copyrighted or not, so press H. The goal is to fulfill your obligation. Find all 16 characters scattered across the U.S. Trade stories with them until you earn their trust and finish their story. Ask you for different types of stories. Remember what sort of adventure you had, you'll know what type of story you've got. Grow and change as they tell. Huh. Better versions may be more entertaining when they tell characters, but be sure to tell different stories so you have a chance to grow them all. They will not fit any of the 5 categories. However, telling them will not cause them to grow, so use them sparingly as you're giving up a chance to spread other stories. Okay. I have an inventory of stories. It's slow. Speed up walking by whistling. I could do that. Also hop on a boxcar, but runs the risk of getting injured. So you can get hurt. Safer route is hitchhiking. Hold the hitchhike button. Standing next to rows of cars. Not every car will stop. It won't always carry you the full distance, but you will be safe. And you've got some cash. You can stay in the city for a ride. Costs money, but it is the best way to travel. Okay. Marceline, you're interrupting my stories. Each time you meet a character, you'll have a night to talk with them and exchange stories. If you tell them the kind of stories they want, they'll gain trust and move forward through their tale. However, there's no penalty for telling them a different story. You'll still learn whatever you have to tell you. Characters have multiple chapters, and when you fully open the eye in the interface, the next time you meet them, you'll move on to the next chapter. When you've finished all the chapters, you won't see them again. Each time you finish a night with a character, they'll move somewhere else. You can always check the map to see where they are, but they will also show you when they move. Okay. And my inventory holds mementos you've collected from the characters you've met. Once a character trusts you fully, they'll give you something to remember you by, which can be used for travel. How do I don't use the right button, left button. Sorry. I should make sure of this. So whistling, hitchhiking, inventory. So I is inventory, M is the map. Easy enough. What's in my inventory? We've got a pair of Snake Eyes dice. We've got a couple stories. Let's see. It looks like don't have any money, but I got a strong heart and I've gotten enough sleep, it appears. Oh boy. And here's our map. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at all this. I'm going to literally walk across the U.S. Can't wait to get to Ohio. See what that's got for me. Oh my god. Alright. I guess these are the characters that I'm looking for. Story. What's the stories without the characters? Interesting. An unseen story. What? Oh my god. Okay, I gotta admit, there's a lot more to this than I was expecting. And, okay, where's my map again? What am I looking for? I'm looking for a character. Oh, so I'm not even near a road. Alright, I probably want to start heading south then, I guess. Well, this is going to be a slow process, folks, like I said. I don't even know how long I've started recording. Hold on a second. Already been doing this for 20 minutes. I mean, not quite. Search. Yeah, why not?
This bungalow is being ransacked. There's furniture piled in the front yard, ammunition heaped under the mailbox, and a crowd of clean-cut men ripping apart a car in the driveway.
That sounds
The
bad.
two heavily armed, mud-caked women leaning over the porch railing share the same bored grin.
I don't.
One shouts at you.
Do I have a cigarette?
Lend a couple innocent gals a cigarette? You're
All right.
about to hand her a smoke when those men draw pistols and shove you hard into the dirt. You know these girls? They demand.
This feels like we're building up a
Once
story
they
here.
dumped your bag out into the road, they decide you're harmless. If you were selling booze too, you'd have a lot more cash. Sneers one. On the porch behind him, the two bootleggers are fingering their empty rifles, grinning in disappointment.
What was that? So what happened? Okay. Oh, so we have a story. Wait, can I go to Canada? How far have I traveled? Can I go into Canada? It doesn't really look like it. That's probably fine. I don't want to go to Canada anyway. So yeah, now we're just gonna search and finding stuff. So like I said, during the conversation and stuff, I'm not gonna be talking much. Also, by the way, I apologize because my voice is gonna start transforming into a southern voice. I can't help it, but it happened when I worked at FedEx as well. Soon as I start hearing people talking like this, I start talking like this. It is not intentional, but it's gonna happen. I'm just telling you now.
Off the road and into the woods, you can't help but come across this package by the old tree tied to a sturdy stick.
That's
The
the
cloth
person.
wrapping conceals, though not particularly well, something large and softly unsettled. Little eyes blink back at you from inside the bundle.
This is so peaceful.
The
I
shape
should
is
get
a
this on the
start.
Switch, or it would just put me to
Don't
sleep.
tell my pa that I'm in here.
It says on a
Pa doesn't want to live
Tell
with us
me why.
anymore. But I want to go with him. Don't tell him, please. I'm hiding.
Where's your dad? Fine,
You
I
tell
won't
the
tell.
boy you'll keep his secret. You don't see his father anywhere. You don't see another soul for miles.
Okay. Interesting. Portland. I guess there's another Portland that's not Oregon. That's the only one I know. Portland, Maine. Oh, well, duh. That's a thing. I know that. How far have we traveled? Actually, we covered quite some distance, I suppose. So, what do our stories look like then? Because we have some now. So, I have gathered 2 stories. Okay, so this is... I don't know what these kind of stories mean. Queen of Cups. And then the bootlegger, not bootleggers. Alright, before I hit up Portland, I want to see what's at the lighthouse. This music's so nice. Do I have this soundtrack? I do have this soundtrack. I'll be glad to reach that when I'm in my music collection.
You can see storm clouds on the horizon, and you don't relish the thought of being caught wandering this rocky seaside road in the rain. Fortunately, you find the lighthouse door open.
It's funny because normally I'm used to like skipping through dialogue, but I've already told you I'm keeping a slow pace on this.
Spiral. You're breathless and feeling the strain on your knees. Rain already batters the walls outside. You can only knock on a heavy wooden door leading into the upper level. Muffled voices and light seep in beneath the door.
You got anything to say, Marceline?
Looks like we got a visitor. Sounds like a man's
Little louder.
voice, deep and rough. Well, behave yourself. I'll open the door. Another man.
Thank you.
This one with a higher, more sonorous voice. I always behave myself. He feigns indignation, but his tone betrays affection instead. After a moment,
Cute
the
little
door
lighthouse couple.
unlatches from the inside and opens. The man before you is tall and muscular, with a hint of a paunch beneath his wide
Hey.
chest. The heavy iron knob on the door looks nearly dainty in his huge hand.
Didn't want
Okay.
to be out in this rain, did you? Come in.
Despite
Thank
the
you
rough
kindly.
exterior, this room looks like a well-appointed parlor. There's a rug on the well-trod wooden floor, and an enormously plush couch. And sat upon it is a stocky fellow grinning through a great hazel-colored beard. Tea? He offers, hoisting the teapot.
Interesting. So I'm curious. I feel like with the heart there, it makes me think if you say it must be lonely, they'll confess like, oh, we're actually a thing. It's not so lonely. I feel like let's go with that.
Oh, we manage.
The tall one sits on the sofa, casually wrapping an arm around the other lighthouse keeper.
The quiet suits us just fine.
He needs his quiet time. He's a writer. The tall one grunts.
I dabble. But you must have some good stories from the road.
Yeah, I have some. We
We
gotta
wake
swap
up
some
the
stories.
next morning on their old sofa, still warm from an excess of tea. And cakes? There might have been little cakes. Prodigious snoring rumbles in from the floor above you, and you quietly take your leave.
Okay. Cute. Okay. Yeah, it's looking to be about nighttime. Looks like I'm doing alright though. So let's head to Portland. What we got here?
The woman walks the small square with the poise
Excuse me.
of Betty Davis. A confident stride and inimitable mannerisms elevating the sidewalk into a plush Hollywood carpet. And wrapped around her neck, a yellow velvet ribbon, bright as an ocean sunrise.
That sounds
You
beautiful.
question a well-dressed man parked outside an oyster house.
Prudish woman. I took her on a fine date, and she didn't remove so much as a ribbon. Excuse me, can you step
Oyster
back from the
House.
That's the
You know, I swear, if I can get
You
over to a
decide seek a
coast,
second opinion. You talk
like
with a
I'd love to go
waitress
to a place that
smoking
sells like
outside a
fresh
diner.
seafood like that.
something funny about
That's the
her.
thing I missed out on
showed up
going to
one day.
California. We didn't get
Doesn't
really
work.
as much
Doesn't live
fresh
anywhere,
seafood
far
as I
as
would have
I
liked
know.
to.
Just around. Myself, I'd love to know who made all her beautiful clothes.
Well, I haven't seen that.
You
Let's
ask
talk to
the
her.
woman if you may join her at a public bench.
You may. Lovely outside, isn't it?
Her eyes are a beautiful shade of brown.
Interesting.
Beneath the yellow ribbon, a thick, fibrous scar wraps around her throat.
What on earth could that
Weather
be?
like this, it reminds me of Paris.
A French woman. The elegant woman with a scar. That'd be an interesting story to tell. What do we got here?
come every year, you know. The old man is sitting at the edge of a rotting old pier, crooked legs dangling over the water. He watches a pair of seagulls preen and groom each other on a rock just off the shore.
Okay. Well, they already got one of those.
Just when the
Why
fishing
not?
is going to be good.
Of course.
He taps great, black, thick globs of spent tobacco out of a huge ceramic pipe. I got another year, I guess. Another year of this town being here, he replies, letting a grin spread across his face. If the seagulls came, that means enough fish to keep it in place.
I mean, that feels legitimate. Alright, we got some stories about seagulls. Alright, I guess shall we head into New Hampshire, I guess. So, can I go over those mountains? Because if I can't, I don't know, I can't go over the mountains. I gotta go around. Oh, I forgot I can whistle to speed things up. Right? How do I do that? Oh no, that's the hitchhiking one. Oh, there's a car. Hold on. What's the whistling? Excuse me. Control. Well, I guess I don't really use my mouse. Do I? No, I'm not using the mouse at all. No, mouse don't do nothing. Might as well just use this, I guess. Only from that? Oh. I'm not sure how I was doing that. Okay. So we got Boston here. What do we do in Boston? This one's for you, the Chippa. Red bricks, green trees, blue sky. This weather, Boston is beautiful. I'm not doing any accents, by the way. This is all I've got. That is until you make your way deeper into the city and get lost among the cramped, winding, shadow-haunted old streets. Let's earn some money, because we apparently have none. Let's see. Yeah, it's probably safe. Make some cash. Look for some work. We got some energy. Great. I'm not gonna read through every single one of these. Keep. Bit by the water. Do I ask questions? I'm not gonna ask questions. Oh, well, that's a shame. I'm really curious what they were looking for. Well, I got a little money. What can we buy? Iced coffee. Iced coffee. And that'll fix our... So, I'm curious. Like, if... I feel like I should just go until I die. And then we'll just see what happens.
This
let's
city
explore.
is like no other you've been to. Crooked
I've heard it's pretty
streets
crazy there.
spread out in a maze of narrow passages.
Boston was just
No
built
two
up
alike.
as it happened.
Soon, you find yourself in twilight, utterly lost. Bright light crests around one corner. A car approaching.
Taxi cabs cost money.
Unable to afford rescue, you keep walking. The asphalt turns to crooked cobblestones that threaten to wrench your ankle out of place. Was this always a moonless night? The stars multiply, each one looking like a pinprick through which light is exiting the terrestrial world.
Interesting.
It's hard finding your way through in pitch darkness. You go by touch and sound, feeling the scale of the streets by the echoing of your footsteps, fingers tracing the rough surface of the buildings. A rumble of noise in the distance.
What do we
You
got there?
quiet yourself, suddenly fearful. The clear sky tells you it's not
What?
thunder, but cannon fire. The city comes alive with fires and
Sounds like a
shouting.
ghost story to me.
You find yourself trampled by a mob of men in thick brown coats, a phalanx of bayonets advancing up the street.
Arg.
When you come to, there's no sign of the commotion, the war that you were just caught in. The comically shrill honk of a Model A running up the road startles you, and you crawl toward the sidewalk. Above, the sky is a sharp, cold, cloudless blue.
Okay. We got a weird story there. I think that's about all I got. What we got here?
A dusty truck and a man on horseback.
I'm
pull
just
up
gonna
next
collect
to
every
one
story I
another
can.
In front of the grocer. Suddenly, the driver and the rider, two wiry old men with identical haircuts, start shrieking at one another. The man with the truck leaps into the street. "Brother!" he shouts. The one on the horse tumbles out of his saddle. "Brother!" he screams.
You
They
know,
embrace in the road.
this guy they picked is a good
30
actor.
years.
It's like an entire different voice when he's doing these
The
characters.
rider, tears streaming down over his face, corrects him.
I'm impressed.
No, 32. Everyone
pretty
here
wild.
is watching these two older men cry and hug one another in the middle of Main Street. Cars and wagons are backing up. People are yelling.
Oh man,
Take
I've
a
got one
photo
of
of
each
us.
of these already.
The driver begs you. Starts hauling a tripod out of the bed of his truck.
Well, sure. Let's
The
just say
long
cheese.
lost brothers
Oh,
pose
hey.
in front of traffic, cry snot pouring out of their noses. As angry passerby wave you out of the road.
Oh,
Each
free
brother
money.
presses a coin into your hand. When the traffic disperses, you realize they overpaid you quite a shocking amount.
Fantastic. Okay, so for the little bit that I have played this game, when I played it before... What is that? Hold on. Actually, am I anywhere near... Oh, is that my guy? Is that my guy I'm looking for? Sorry. This might be a story that I need to tell. So let's see. This is one of my men, one of my storytellers. Quinn.
Hey there, stranger.
but
You're
I-
welcome
when
to
I
enjoy
did-
this fire with me, if you're respectful, that is.
I'm very respectful. But I just want to say, those two guys, if you pick the other option, they end up moving out of the street, and they're like, wait, you're not my brother. And they both realize, like, they're not actually related. So that's cool. I remember that. Which makes me give a lot of hope that this game is going to stick with me. Because it's been years since I played this, and I still remember that moment. I'm very
This
respectful,
here is
son.
my spot, and I ain't inclined to share it with any bad characters. You can call me Quinn.
Well, howdy, Quinn.
These here are my venturing companions. Kaz is the big un, and the one with the spikes is Flip.
Sorry for interrupting you.
I usually beat my way on the rails, but the road news said this town was fat, and the weather was fine. So I'm taking in the sights and seeing what I can drum up.
I love how these characters talk.
Hey, tell me one of those exciting stories.
Oh, you want something exciting, huh? Alright. Well, let's see. What do we got? Here's all the stories we have organized so far. They're organized by subject because the boss likes tarot cards. The subject of each story, tell a person about love, for example. They will tell you something about their own life relating to the subject. As the night goes on, the icon will move left to right. If it reaches the right side, the night is over. Your storytelling token will tell you where they'll be next so you can find them again. There's the eye will open. This opens fully. The next time you meet them, it'll open more about their life. Remember this conversation. Don't feel like you need to open the eye all the way the first time you meet someone. Dance around, get to know them. Fair enough. I don't know if I got much adventuring stories, unfortunately. Huh. Well, darn. I'm sorry, son. I don't got much adventures. Sadness. The future. Huh? Yeah, no, I don't got none of that. Sorry. Not much adventure there. Where's the ladies? Yeah, that's kind of adventurous. At least that's interesting.
I usually like the scary stuff, but your story needed more punch, I think. Well, I don't know a whole lot about the past, but they say there's an Indian grave around these parts. Say it's haunted and full up with angry spirits.
Oh, is it now?
I used to
That
love
sounds
hearing
interesting.
stories of cowboys and Indians fighting it up. I'd swap tales with the youngins. But, well, I suppose if someone shot me, I'd be pretty vengeful too.
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, do you got any really thrilling stories to tell? I'm hankering for one of those.
Oof, thrilling. I don't think I got any of those neither. Buddy, I'm sorry. We got this. That's about as thrilling as I got.
Whoa.
It's a shootout.
Quite a story, stranger.
Alright, we got something.
Authority, bosses and such. I ain't nobody's little Angelina, if that's what you're asking. I take care of myself and my dogs.
Fair enough.
I don't need no jocker looking out for me. So if
I'm
you're offering,
absolutely
don't.
diving into
Shoot.
Kentucky
I thought I told you to
accent
be
at this point.
respectful. You want
I'm
to
being
keep enjoying my
respectful.
spot or not? Think about that.
What? I
I want to hear one of them venturing tales. Got any?
I told you, that's as close as I got, man. I'm sorry. We got the two brothers, the boy who ran away with his father in Maine. Well, that could be an adventure. It might be
That
adventurous.
sure was a downer. Give me a good venture tale instead any day. My family.
Alright.
There ain't no way I'm gonna start jaw flapping about those bastards. Judases, the lot of them. Enough said.
Fair enough, buddy.
I want to hear a story about ghosts or murderers or something. Scary stuff.
Oof. Ghosts or murderers. I got love. I got this. I don't got nothing for you, man. I mean, she got her throat slit at some point. That's kind of something to
Ain't
it.
life got enough tearjerkers in it without telling stories like that? Sad. Well,
Sorry.
so you think just 'cause I'm young, I gotta be sad, crying after my mama every night.
Nah, that's
I
not what
don't
I'm
need you
saying,
looking
son.
after me, so if you're offering, don't. And I thought I told you to be what you really ought to be asking yourself is if you want to keep enjoying my spot or not.
I'm
wanna
not
hear
trying to
one of them
disrespect.
venturing tales. Got
I don't, buddy. I think we're done. I mean, should I just finish the night? I feel like I don't have anything to tell him.
What's the use in telling sweet, happy tales if in they make you snooze? What's my future look like? I ain't looking for a traveling companion, if that's what you mean.
No.
I do
it's
fine
not
by
what I'm
myself,
asking.
so just stick to minding your own. Well, night's over. I think I'll see what's happening up the road this way.
Fair enough. I'll try and find some adventures for you, Sonny.
Didn't understand all your stories, but I'd gladly listen to more if I see you again. The tramping life suits me just fine. Every day's adventure. With things
Tis
being
an
so
adventure.
depressed, folks walk around like it's the end of everything good. But it ain't. Plenty nice things to see if and you know where to look.
I'll try. Best of luck to you, little man. Alright. Do we got any other storytellers? Not till we get down to him down there. Well, guessing we best be searching around a bit. Is this one that I haven't done yet? Supposing so.
His clothes are expensive, but unkempt. A tailored jacket stretched and warped. knocked out of its best fit by long
Ooh,
days on the road.
that's different. I don't have that one.
His thinning frame weighs down the boxcar next to yours. You got a light, friend? You offer a match, which bends and nearly snaps as he scratches it against the pitted iron edge of the boxcar. Thanks, he mumbles, perching one last cigarette on his lip.
Not a problem, Sonny.
Don't rightly know where I'm going. You notice how deeply wrinkled his clothes are. It's as though a huge hand plucked him from a high society party and crumpled him up like a sheet of paper.
And I can tell he's got a nice hat.
Don't rightly know how I got going either. They
Yeah,
built
maybe you had a bit
railway
of the
just
drink.
past Missy Hudson's estate. Damned racket ruined our soiree. Might have been a few bottles of Armagnac
Yep,
too
there it is.
many when I walked down the tracks to tell them to keep it quiet. He drags on the cigarette, but you never see him exhale.
Interesting. Okay. Well, we're in Rhode Island and Connecticut. Not much around these parts. Suppose we best be heading on. Hold on a second. We'll do a little test here. Okay, so it is that. How much faster did that actually make me? That does make me a little faster. Well, let's keep on wondering. What? Okay, I got ignored. Okay, I want to hear about the crow. And he doesn't talk, so I can kind of skim through. Find your friend again, ask them more about their life, and tell them where they were heading. Yeah, they told me. Okay, well, thank you for the advice. I appreciate it. Looking for... Got a bit of distance between anything of use. I figure I might as well keep on heading south. That seems to be where all the folks are heading to. Maybe I'll come across someone interesting along the way. Maybe Pennsylvania's got something for me. Or New York. Yeah. Let's keep on whistling. Who would have thought I'd have a button matching game in something like this? Hey, where's my talking man? Starts telling you a story about a fisherman and his fish calling seagulls. You realize it's the story of the seagulls and the fishermen, but changed a few major parts. So let's fix it up. So I corrected him. So it sounds like I told him the true story.
The edge of summer
Okay.
has turned the ocean choppy and misanthropic. and the skies miserably gray. The boardwalk prophetess lured you into her tent with a promise to read a fortune for free. Seems like business has slowed to a crawl already.
Alright.
Before
What do you got to tell me?
lie the instruments of her profession. There's tarot cards, Rider-Waite, but also Marseille for traditionalists. Rosary beads and costume jewelry.
Let's hear my fortune.
And of course, the centerpiece, a great glass globe. With practiced theatricality,
I could play this
she
all
goes
night.
directly for the crystal ball, letting her eyes unfocus as though she can see a great distance into it. She brings up names, places, asks if you've known someone called John, if you have a relative in Newark.
I mean, she's doing this for free. I'll be a
You
good
latch
sport.
on to what she says, and together you dance towards some insights about your romantic prospects. It's relieving to meet an honest charlatan instead of the ghouls and ghasts of the road. You might even say you're having fun. Until she abruptly stops talking.
What do you got for me, lady?
She says, her voice suddenly drained of the bassy drama that was her stock in trade. You've seen him, too. You carry him with you.
You mean the wolf?
The words that come out of your mouth are not your own. They seem unwilling or unable to form properly out of a human throat.
I like this.
They're more like snarls, warning noises of a vicious animal.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
The glass globe shatters.
Oh my god.
Your vision is hazy, and your body is not your own. You came far to get away from
This is
me.
good.
The voice lodged inside you says, but this one has a way of wandering. The fortune teller has collapsed, cowering.
What?
Consider your debt to me repaid.
What, mine?
When you come to your senses, you're lying face down on the rough wood of the boardwalk, sore and weak. An empty patch of wood, cleaner than the surrounding planks, is all that remains of the fortune teller's tent.
Oh, that's brilliant. I like that. Oh, that was wonderful. Let's see what New York City has to offer me. We're still full up on everything, so might as well see what we got.
The engines belch.
And
black
yes, I'm going to be
smoke as
walking
ferry
almost the whole
churns
way
gray
because I want to see more.
A broad-shouldered figure leans out over the rail, eyeing the skyscrapers on the horizon.
Oh, we need an adventure.
Nearby, a man and a woman speak in low, urgent voices. He takes her wrist gently. She is weeping softly.
I've already got a
The
love
man
story,
gives you
folks.
a once-over as you approach. His newsboy cap is ragged with age.
You look familiar. Did I meet you at Union Square?
I don't think so.
The man shrugs.
Maybe somewhere else. You look like you get around.
Seriously, his voice work is really
When
good. in
Branson was
this.
arrested, we all had to flee.
I wonder if this guy's a
Futurists and
professional
the
voice
syndicalists
actor.
And all the rest scattered across Europe. The luckiest ended up here.
He nods decisively,
Okay.
proudly.
We continued the work.
I wonder who Gremsky was. Alright. Great. I don't really need anything. Kind of want to get some pizza, but, I mean, a bagel. I mean, I don't think I can film more than I need to, so I think we're good. Moving on. What we got here? Where are we? Are we almost... Oh, we're hitting New Jersey already. Wow. Alright, let's see what we got
As
here.
you
It
walk
looks like
along
another
the
crow.
river near an unfinished bridge. Man with a tool belt catches
Getting
sight of
shivers playing this game.
Hey, over there. He calls out. You look like you could use a quick way to get some hard-earned money.
Oh.
Hard-earned is right. The bridge hangs high over a perilous drop.
Oof.
He laughs uproariously. Absolutely not.
No surprise
High
there.
above the water, you see raptors with enormous wingspans wheeling through the sky. We'll have little more protection than them, the man says. But not much more. His eyes sparkle.
I've got full
clearly
money
loves
bag
this
right now.
work.
I think I'm okay.
Must be afraid of heights, he says. Guess it ain't for everyone. Doesn't scare me, though.
I'll pass,
We
sir. Thank
Thunderbird
you very
people
much.
fly when we fall.
Wow, this game's only been out for 3 years.
A little way down the road, you look back and see
Mm,
he's
4 years,
already
I guess.
halfway back up the scaffolding,
Still.
literally at home in the sky.
Alright, we got a couple adventures now, so that's good. That'll be good for the kid. Alright, Crow, what do you got for me this time? Tell me your tricks. Okay. Alright. We'll figure out what we're doing. Where am I going? Still heading south. I think they're probably out there in the distance. There's another crow. How far down are they? We gotta head through. We're heading to Maryland. Wish it didn't interrupt the music. The music's wonderful.
The stream is a clear, reflective shade
Whoa,
of blue.
what is that?
Unusual in this region, where bog colors the river's brown. Across the way, a goat with great leather wings laps up the water,
Okay.
sunken red eyes fixed on your every movement.
This seems like a
You
bad
now
idea.
notice the unnatural absence of wildlife. No fish swim in the stream. No birds sing in the trees. The winged goat drinks with a forked tongue.
I feel like that's a
Only
bad idea.
abstractly concerned with
And I
your
do already
presence.
have one of those stories. So let's
You cup
go
the
with
water
whatever
in
this
your
is.
hands, ice cold somehow, and take a swallow, soothing the coarseness in your parched throat.
Why would you do that?
Clear as the water is, the stream bed isn't visible,
How is
even looking straight down.
that seems
Your feet
Wrong.
don't reach the bottom,
what?
so you float in the cool water, feeling washed clean.
Wave at the
Ripples
goat.
flow as far as you can see, never fading.
I think you should leave the goat
The
alone.
winged goat snorts and heads in the other direction.
Okay. That's horrifying. Alright, there's Philadelphia. I think that's where our little man is. There's so many things to do around here, though.
You hear
Just gonna
the
see what we
whippoorwill
have here.
first,
Ooh,
shrill
what?
and close. Then you see him, high up above the black streaks of wires. A lineman, fraying belt holding him to the pole. A damned bird has come to perch on a power line, stare hungrily at the man's soul.
Okay, we're
unsteady.
keeping a lookout for
His
whippoorwills.
hands are shaky, and his body sways in the wind. You spot his tool bag next to the pole, worn and frayed, much like the man. A half-gone bottle of cheap rye pokes out of it.
I got one of these. I don't know if I got one of these.
What's
That's
it
the
gonna
lightning
do?
struck tower.
Come down from the pole. You snatch it from his bag in one quick motion and walk away. Hey!
Oh ho.
He starts. But whatever he's about to say slips into a slurred whine as his belt snaps.
Oh boy. Let's see it.
His body plummets. His limbs go slack with the understanding of what is happening to him. He tumbles into the tall, dry grass by the side of the road with a muffled noise. All you hear is the call of the whippoorwill.
Okay.
Eager, loud, thankful.
We just watched a man die. Jesus. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. What? Oh, you can like auto walk. If you press F, I guess.
The hotel is an old manor house.
Creepy
that's
children,
seen
great.
better days. Grand structure surmounted
I don't know. I think
by a
after I'm done
amber
searching
roof
through
that dwarfs the
Pennsylvania,
house itself.
through this town, maybe we'll
It's
move
eerily
along.
still, but for two boys at play. Each one so small and light, they barely leave tracks in the deep snow.
All right,
They seem
kids.
old for their size.
What are you up to?
Around 10 years old. Though their clothes are mismatched, they're perfectly identical, down to the pattern of freckles on their pale cheeks. They conduct their games in eerie silence. The
All
clerk
right.
behind the counter is old.
We got some ghosts
and
here.
your room key is worn. But night approaches, and the price is low. Just before you shut the room door, there they are, the twins, staring at you from the corridor. In the morning,
right.
as you leave, the clerk asks, "Did you sleep well?" You tell him it was just perfectly fine. You don't mention the small feet trampling outside your door,
What?
or the dreams of blood seeping from the bed frame. You don't say that every shadow
That's a horrible
seemed to
dream.
contains something vicious and alien, threatening to escape. The
You might wanna
snow
get your
has
stuff
turned
checked
to
out,
a
sir.
dirty slush that clings to your shoes. On your way to the road, you feel the stare of four tiny eyes somewhere in the shadowed eaves of that crooked house.
Okay, so that's a traveling story. I think I had other stuff. I need to check my inventory now. What kind of traveling stories do I have? The determined social. Oh no, these are the traveling ones. Okay, now we got these. Whew, I don't know if that's gonna be enough. Okay. I don't know why that's flashing like that. Still missing a few. That one, the eye is more open because I corrected someone. Okay. Let's hear a story. Old man. Okay. Let's hear your story. I recognize this. Okay. So we grew a story, even though it wasn't the truth. What is this? Hop a train. Alright, I think we're going to end here with, I think this is our friend Quinn again. Maybe. I think, yep. Let's see if he likes our adventures now. Maybe he will. Maybe he
Hey,
won't.
traveler. Come to join my fire again? Well,
I missed you, buddy.
I guess I know you well enough to let you set yourself down for a spell. You remember Cass and
Appreciate
Flip.
that.
Want to hear more about my travels? Well, sure. Why not? Nothing better than trading stories around the fire. And I got stories. Hey, you got any really thrilling stories to tell? I'm hankering for one of those.
Alright, so he likes adventures. He likes these. He's got that. This one feels... Let's see if he likes this one. Because I only got one traveling story.
Well, that was a lively tale.
Alright, he liked it.
Freedom. Well, teacher used to talk about freedom like America was eat up with it. But the tramping kind seems to be just about the only real freedom still in supply.
Y'all won't find much of
No
that
freedom from an
tonight.
empty stomach or bad weather, unless you're rich.
Fair
I'm in
enough.
the mood for something real funny like.
Oh, so he liked that as an adventure. I don't know if we got nothing funny. Oh boy. Let's see. The tower's bad stuff. Traps, imprisonment, travel, authority, the past, memories, the future, family. I don't know if we got anything funny, man. Just sad stuff. Oh, crap. Do we have anything funny? I don't know if anything would be funny that we have. Fortune teller. That's not funny. That might be something. That one's creepy. He knows the bootleggers. It would have been funny if I had the story from
What's
before.
the use in telling sweet happy tales if in they make you snooze? My family.
Fine.
There ain't no way I'm gonna start jaw flapping back.
Yeah,
I
you already
wanna
told me
hear
about them.
one of them venturing tales.
Ooh, I got one of them. I got that. Let's tell you about venturing. The Silent Twins.
I usually like the scary stuff, but your story needed more traveling.
What?
I sure do love it. And I seen serpent trains passing on a green and gold sea. I seen mountains so tall and forests so thick, nobody will ever tame them.
Alright. Well, I thought that would have been a good
I bunch
adventure.
of townies skinny dipping in a river. I seen terrible things too. Biblical floods and starving folks. And black blizzards full of dust.
You're like 14.
Hey, tell me a funny story. You seem like you still got a sense of humor.
Dude, I don't got anything funny. Maybe this guy. I don't know if that's funny.
I'll remember that one. A couple good jokes can get you out of a fix sometimes.
We got some progress.
Traps and such like. Well, one
All
time
right.
in Fort Worth, a feller
So
tried
it's
to
good
kick
to know
Cass and Flip
you can
away.
figure out other options, even if it doesn't seem like that.
Said a kid couldn't look out for him proper like. That they were fat in Fort Worth and they were going to the pound so that he could find him a good home.
Oh,
well,
no.
before I could much argue, Flip bit the hell out of that busybody and Cass and I joined in shortly. I don't think I ever seen a fella so surprised. Guess I ain't going back to Fort Worth no more. Hey,
Guess I
tell
ain't
me
gonna
one
take
of
your
those
dogs.
exciting stories.
Oh boy. Okay. You already know those. You already know those. That's not exciting. That's scary. Oh shoot. Might be out of options. Can I choose? I can't choose it if they know it already. Well, My cat's snoring in the background.
Well, that sure was a downer. Give me a good venture tale instead any day.
Alright.
Death. Now, why you want to go worry about that? Don't got enough on your plate as it is. Ain't nobody can avoid changing. Can't run from
Sorry,
the
I don't got
dying.
nothing for you,
But
buddy.
the living can be mighty fine if you go about it right. Oh, heck. The night's over already. I sure enjoyed talking to you, but I gotta get on. I think I'll see what's happening up the road this way.
Alright. Fair's enough.
The tramping life suits me just fine. Every day's
The eye
adventure.
looks open, but it must not be enough.
With things being so depressed, folks walk around like it's the end of everything good. But it ain't. Plenty nice things to see if you know where to look.
Alright, boy. I'll see you later. Oh, cool. So the eye is fully open, so we got chapter 2 next time. Great. Well, we got a bit of our slow story going, but now you guys got a taste of this. So if you want to see more next time, come on back. Like I said, it's just gonna be storytelling, because I just like this. It's relaxing, it's refreshing, something different. I'm gonna go ahead and see who this next adventurer is. So, yeah, leave a like or comment or whatever. And if this isn't your taste, go check out some of my more action-packed videos. So, thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.